Well, hello everybody, it's Toby Travanner here with Bernadette McClelland.
Yes.
Now, Bernadette is an internationally renowned sales specialist, but you've got a bit of a twist. I know you speak around the world in the US, you're a published author, but you've got this concept of, you can't really call it a new way of selling. It seems to be the right way of selling.
Yeah, look, is there the right way of selling? Is there a new way of selling? Or is it simply a matter of people learning to trust themselves enough to have conversations based on contributing to the buyer and their business?
Now, I know that a lot of CEOs of large organisations, and you've worked in both small and large business, certainly with the likes of companies like Fuji Xerox, and Kodak from memory. Yeah. A lot of CEOs ask you, how do I change the way salespeople actually do the selling? If there was one thing in your quest towards changing the face of selling, what would it be?
I think where it really boils down is, we're people and we're communicating with other people.
Yep.
And I think today we all want real.
Yeah.
We all want to have relationships with those people who are transparent, who have that level of vulnerability, but also have the ability to have commercial conversations and almost to call us on stuff sometimes.
Well, you know that we hear the term challenger, somebody who actually challenges the way of thinking. But, a lot of people talk about when you're selling a product or a service, you only want to talk about the benefits and the good stuff and to shy away from the things that are not necessarily good about your product. But nowadays, the average customer has got the ability to find out all of the not so good things about your offering pretty easily. So how do you manage that in this world of transparency that you're talking about?
I think, and what you're saying is exactly right. I mean, technology today has absolutely allowed our buyers to know more about what we do than perhaps some of us know what we do anyway. And typically what's happening is that because of that edge that they've got, a lot of salespeople are still coming in with a methodology that's based on, let me kind of drill down and find out what your problems are. Some buyers don't have problems.
Yeah.
I mean,
they want an opportunity to create something different.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look at all the people that queue outside Apple at the release of a new product. Do they have a problem? No.
Well, they do. They don't have the latest version.
Exactly.
That's about it.
So it's really understanding where our buyer is at their point in the buying cycle.
Yep.
So it's almost like the sales cycle's redundant. We really need to understand the buying cycle.
Yeah.
And part of that buying cycle, a huge part of that, as we know, is trust.
Yeah.
And people wanting to know that you really are there to help them grow their business and have those conversations.
So the stereotype, which is I'm going to flog something to you and I'm going to close hard and push, doesn't seem to work very well anymore because the average buyer is a lot more sophisticated. So what do they need to be? What is the salesperson in the year 2015 and beyond? What are the types of characteristics that you might use to describe an ideal salesperson in the changing face of sales?
Yeah, good question. That is a really good question. And I think that the level of salesperson today who is going to be trusted is somebody who has a real strong level of conviction in what it is they are selling, for want of a better word, because we all are. We've still got to make a profit at the end of the day.
Sure.
But I believe that the trend now is that transparency and that realness is all about what can this person do, or what can I see in this person that's demonstrating to me that they really want to contribute to my business growth. So that the features and the advantages and the benefits that we've known in days of old are certainly important because we do need, but we need to build on those.
So it's beyond consultative selling into almost business consulting. It's thought leadership and challenging the norm and giving the customer the opportunity to create something different.
And it's understanding in that business acumen that you're talking about, really being able to take the conversation from that content, features, advantages, benefits level to a real contextual level as well.
So it's more than product knowledge, it's now business knowledge, even industry knowledge in certain areas.
Definitely.
And certainly competitive knowledge, not competition on what I'm selling, but competition of what my customer's facing. how do I actually gain competitive advantage by doing things differently?
Absolutely, and the leadership aspect of all of that is, in my view, there's 3 levels of leadership that I believe every salesperson today and moving forward needs to really get their head around, and that is the personal leadership aspect of it. It's the thought leadership. It's what are the focus points that you have in a conversation today? And it's the sales leadership, because at the end of the day, there must be that commercial element where you do ask for the order, but you do so in a way where the intention is to truly serve.
Well, let's face it, if I don't ask for the order, and I've talked about all this wonderful stuff, customer has no value. They don't actually have the value until they buy it and put it into place.
Absolutely, and then there's follow on from that.
Now, I reckon we've only just touched the surface here.
Oh, we certainly have.
So, I know a number of your models. I know your next book's coming out this year.
Yes.
Okay, it's in the publishers at the moment.
Yes.
I want to know the title, but I understand that's up for debate right now as well, so we won't hold you to that. But if any of the viewers would like to get more information about you, what's the best way that they can do that?
Yeah, definitely a couple of ways. My website, www.BernadetteMcClelland.com, quite a mouthful.
That's right.
Or look up with me on LinkedIn. I've got a publisher's page there where I publish a lot of my IP and a lot of my ideas.
Fantastic.
So
all right.
Thanks for the chat.
Yeah, no worries. I look forward to changing the face of selling, and we look forward to your new book coming out.
Awesome.
Thanks very much.